Hello everyone, I'm Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here to talk about the last Switch pickups video. Okay, before we get into it, why is this potentially the last Switch pickups video? Well, because the Switch 2 is coming out soon, and I don't know if anybody watching this is seeing the news that they're gonna switch over to, well, not universally, but they had this new thing called a key card, where it's just a game card that you put in Switch 2 and it just downloads the game. All it does is allow you the ability to download that game. And for a collector like me, that's not really what I want to have with my physical games. Like, I'd like to have some reassurance that there's something on that disc. I know we collect PS4 games and PS5 games and stuff like that, and those might as well just be a key that you download stuff off the internet as well. But for the most part, I don't know, I'd rather have just a little bit of reassurance that something's on that card. And when they're telling you flat out that nothing's on that card, it's like, well, then why am I dedicating shelf space to it? I'd rather just, I'll buy it digitally and just be done with it. And it seems like a lot of companies that have announced Switch games are leaning towards that preferred way of distributing the physical game. And, you know, for collectors like us, that sucks, but you can't really fight against the tide of this. Like, all digital games across the consoles and the PC has been a thing that's been pushed on us for 20-something years now, and you know, that's the way it's gonna go, and you just gotta do what you can. And that's why we've been buying a lot of Switch games here lately, because we're doing what we can. We like collecting Switch games. And will this be the last Switch gaming haul video, game pickups video, whatever you want to call it? No, probably not. There will probably be plenty of Switch games, Switch 1 games, still coming out in the future, just like there's still PS4 games that come out, with the PS5 being 5 years old now. So we'll probably still be collecting Switch games. Will we collect Switch 2 games? You've got to see how everything shakes out. Like, if Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out and it's just on a game card, then no, I won't buy it physically. I'll buy it digitally. And I'm sure the places like Limited Run and Super Rare will still put out, you know, the boutique stores will still put out physical games with the game on the card. So we shall see. We might have a very small Switch 2 collection, if one at all. So it'll be interesting, but I'm sure we'll still be getting Switch games for several years to come. Okay, with that being said, we can get into the Switch haul now. We have a lot of games. It's been a few months since I did one of these, and we had a lot of pre-orders come in, a lot of sales that we took advantage of. Just a ton of games here. I think it's 20-something, 21. I can't remember the exact number, but to start it off, there's been a theme for the past couple months, and I didn't really notice it until we had a big stack here. We've got a lot of like remakes, remasters, collections of old RPGs from like the PS1 era, and even before that, maybe a little bit. So let's get into those first. Okay, so if you watched our Dragon Quest collection video, you already know we had this. It's Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. Yes, Kathy's been playing this. It is a remake of Dragon Quest 3. My understanding, one of the more popular Dragon Quest games, especially over in Japan. And she's loving it. She gave a big nod there. It is one that a lot of people like. It is the conclusion of the Erdrick series, and they are going to do a remake of 1 and 2 in this same style. I'm sure we'll get that as well. She's nodding. But yeah, I think people who play this game really love it, and I haven't played as many Dragon Quest games as Kathy. I've played a few of them, but I've never really touched 3, so who knows? Maybe I will play Dragon Quest 3 sometime in the future. Okay, next up we got the Lunar Remastered Collection. When I first got it, it was only through Amazon, but I think Video Games Plus is now selling it as well, and the Switch version has been selling out constantly. I got it the minute those orders went up, or hour they went up, I pre-ordered it and got mine in. So I'm good, but I don't think people were ready for the thirst that people had for the Lunar Remastered series. It's got Lunar 1 and 2 on it. It's got a little bit of updated visuals. It's got like it's got the anime cutscenes and they look better now because I guess they did like an AI, upscaling of it. But I've never really touched the Lunar games. And we have Lunar, the first one on the PS1. It was a gift from Kathy's sister, a very generous gift. Haven't sat down to play it yet, but this will be the version I probably play. I'm very itchy to play it, and it will get played this year, I promise you. And we'll see what I think about the Lunar Remastered collection. Okay, another collection of PS1 era RPGs, Suikoden 1 and 2. What is it called? Gate Rune and Dunan Unification Wars. I don't know. I'm itchy to play this too. Not as itchy as Lunar because like I said, I haven't really touched Lunar, but I have played several hours of Suikoden 1 and 2. Never beat them, but I played a lot of them, so I kind of know what to expect with this. And they are damn fun games. There's a reason why Suikoden 2 is like very expensive, very sought after on the PlayStation 1. But now I can play it on the Switch, play it on the big TV and widescreen, and just have a ton of fun with it. This is something I pre-ordered, and Lunar I pre-ordered sometime last year, and they showed up since the last video came up. And yeah, Day 1 edition for Suikoden 1 and 2. They're great games. I had the soundtrack, both soundtracks on vinyl. Had to get both of those because they have fun soundtracks. They have fun, big cast of characters. I think it's 108 in each game, 108 Stars of Destiny, I think is what it's called. But yeah, that's I'm ready for Suikoden 1 and 2. But Lunar probably first. Okay, next up we got a weird one. It's a game that went up. It was originally a limited run game that I missed out on. But Video Games Plus put it out. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think I am. It is Moon. This is a PS1 anti-RPG that came out in Japan. We didn't get it over here. And it's a weird game. I always thought it was called Moon Remix, but it's weird. I'm gonna read the back of it to you. Experience the love. A boy's journey to find love in the moon's lost light. An RPG without battles. A living, breathing world, peek into the secret lives of NPCs. It also says choose your own soundtrack, which I don't know what that means. But you're just a little dude, and he's like, you can see him on the back here. He's basically just a hat and gloves, vest and boots. Like, he has no body. If I remember correctly, like, you're kind of following. I read an article about it several years ago, like probably 20 years ago now, that you're following the wake of this RPG hero who's kind of like, he wants to save the world, but he's also like destroying a bunch of stuff too. So you're kind of like picking up the pieces. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I want to give it a try. I heard it's a very unique experience. So happy to have it to the collection. Try it out. Okay, next up, we got a game that I originally played on the PS4, but I wanted a Switch version because it supposedly adds some new stuff in it. It's Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. Yes, this recently came out on the Switch, which is just shocking to me because I would have figured it would have came out with the PS4 version, but it didn't. And yeah, it is a fun action RPG by Falcom. The same people make Ys, same people make the Trail series. As a matter of fact, there's a couple characters from the Trail series who appear in this game, which is weird because it takes place in Tokyo, not in the Trails world, but whatever. Like I said, it's a fun action RPG. It's got a lot of comparisons, like a Persona. I think it has like the calendar system. You go to school, you hang out with people, you got your social links and stuff like that. But when you go into dungeons, it's like an old school Ys game, and I love that. I am eager to try it, but like I got a lot of more games that I need to play that I haven't played before, but I did play this on the PS4 and had a damn good time with it, so it's in the collection now. Maybe Kathy will play this version. Okay, next up is something that we picked up when GameStop was doing a big, I don't know, 4 games under $20, something like that, and like you get 4 games for $40 basically. And it's Shimigami Tensei 3, the HD remaster of a PS2 game that I remember watching like the review on XPlay back in the day and thinking that game was freaking weird, and they said it was really hard, so I was like, no thank you. I didn't want to play this game at all. But Kathy loves the Shimigami Tensei series. She's been picking up some of the older ones like Digital Devil Saga and stuff like that on the PS2. So this was like, it was going to be $10. Just pick it up, see what it's like. But like I said, it's supposed to be hard as balls. Like, she played Shimigami Tensei 5 and that was hard too. So this is, hope she's prepared. Okay, next up is a game I picked up off Amazon because it was on sale. And it was something that I was kind of interested in from a distance. I was like, hey, that's cool, they made that for the people who like it, but I don't know. It's the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. It's got all the games on there. It's a lot of Mega Man Battle Network games I did not know existed. I've never touched these games at all. When I saw them on the GBA, I was like, I'd rather play Mega Man that is the run and gun side-scroller variety. That's my Mega Man. But this one's a different one for the youth at the time. It is kind of, you play as this kid in like a modern day, and you can kind of go on the internet and you become Mega Man EXE. And you fight enemies on this like grid that you can move around on. They can move around on. You do different attacks and stuff like that. I haven't played it yet, but I wanted to have it because it was on sale. It was pretty cheap, like 20 bucks or something like that. And for a bunch of games that I've never played before, yeah, I'll give it a shot. If anyone's a fan of the Mega Man Battle Network series, tell me where to start, because I know there's a bunch of games on here, and I don't know if there's a big collective narrative that you need to take in, so you start at one or whatever, or you can start anywhere. Let me know which one's the best one, and that's the one I'll start with. Okay, next up is a game that I drove all the way to Limited Run Games to pick up because I did not pre-order it. It is the Castlevania DOS Collection. This is a collection of the 3 Castlevania DS games and Haunted Castle Revisited, which, whatever. I have Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin on the DS. I never played Order of Ecclesia except for outside of a little bit, and I never beat Dawn of Sorrow. But I did really like Portrait of Ruin. I got that like the day it came out, and I was pretty excited. But yeah, this is a fun bit of Metroidvania Castlevania games. You know, I love those. And I went to Limited Run to pick it up, and all they had out on the shelves was the PS5 version. And I was like, this is the version I have to get, I'll get it, but I want the Switch version. So I asked the lady at the counter, I was like, do you have some Switch version in the back? They have a little back room, we've been in it. They let us go back there. She was like, I think there's 2 back there, but it's the cover no one wants, which is the Portrait of Ruin cover. And I was like, I don't care. I just want the game. Just let me get the game. And yeah, it's probably got the inferior art compared to like Order of Ecclesia. Order of Ecclesia's got that beautiful painterly art. This is kind of like, subpar anime art, but I don't really care. I just wanted the game so I could play it. And I've already started Dawn of Sorrow. Still a whole lot of fun. They did some changes to the controls because obviously you don't have a touchscreen, and Dawn of Sorrow definitely uses a touchscreen a lot with like the little sigils that you draw or whatever they're called. It works out pretty well with the right thumbstick, I think is how they do it, if I remember correctly. It's been a few weeks since I played it, but I'm happy to have it. Happy to get back to these games because they are classics. Okay, last kind of remaster or HD remake or whatever you want to call it game that is, but it's not an RPG. It's Katamari Damacy Reroll. I got this off Amazon or eBay or something because I don't think it was on Amazon, but it's got this real itch to play it. Some people on the podcast and stuff that I was listening to were talking about it. It's like, man, I need to play that game. I own Katamari Damacy on the PS2 and I played it a little bit, but I was like, I want to play it on the big TV. I want to play it on the Switch. I was pissed because I paid like MSRP for it, and then later on we went to Game Giant Wilmington, watched that video if you haven't checked it out. I saw it there for like 20 bucks. I was like, motherfucker, could have just waited. But I didn't, and I do like this game a lot. I played a couple of levels now, but I'm bad at it. I'm just really bad at it. The controls are unique for the time. Like you kind of move the thumbsticks like you were moving the ball around. Like you push them both to the left and move to the left, push them both to the right and move to the right. Kind of up and down like a tank to get them to turn. And just, it breaks my mind a little bit. The level that I'm stuck on, like you have to get the Katamari to a certain size before the time runs out, and I'm not there yet. So I need more practice. Maybe if I pop in the PS2 version and play it on the PS2 controller, maybe I'll have better luck. I don't know, but I still think it's a great game. I love the aesthetic, the music, the absurdness of it all, just running through the levels and picking up everything. I'm still in the like house, I guess, like I'm picking up bigger things in the house like cats and stuff like that, but I know further on you're picking up islands and cities and stuff. But yeah, Kathy says she wants to play this game. It's right here. You can play it at any time. Okay, next up is something we picked up at the Limited Run birthday sale. It was their 3rd birthday, I want to say. And they did a big sale where it was buy one, get one free PS4 games, which those are back there. Stay tuned for that video. It's coming up probably next. I don't know. And they had 50% off of some collector's editions. And there were people in there spending thousands and thousands of dollars, just eBay on their phone, scrolling. It was nuts. And I was like, we spent more than we wanted to, but it wasn't thousands of dollars, but I did pick this up because it was something that I had been eyeing for a while, and its half off is the Neo Geo Pocket Color Selections Volume 2, which has the Mega Man battle and fighting game on it, which I'd never played before, and I wanted to check it out. And it's got some other stuff. It's got a lot of sports games like tennis and baseball, but it was the collector's edition because it has a little steel book case, which, you know, that's fine. But ultimately, with the 50% off, it was cheaper than the regular version. So I was like, well, I can get it cheaper, and it's got this little extra bonus stuff. That's cool. I did mess around with it a little bit, played on the big TV. Yo, that Neo Geo Pocket Color screen is small on the big TV. It's like that. Like, man, and there's probably some way to mess around with it, check the graphic settings and make it a little bit bigger. Probably look way ugly that big, but I was just messing around with it. I played the Mega Man fighting game, and it's weird. It's like you're just fighting bosses in Mega Man, and it's about as weird as I thought it was going to be. But I had to check it out. I'm a big Mega Man fan. But yeah, that's the Neo Geo Pocket Color Selections Volume 2. Okay, next up is another game I picked up off Amazon on sale, something that I played a little bit of in the past, I believe on Game Pass. But since completing Sea of Stars, I really want to check out this game for real. This the team's game before Sea of Stars is The Messenger. And The Messenger is a cool side-scrolling action game similar to like a Ninja Gaiden or something from back in the day. And it does have, in the trailer, it will spoil it, there is a kind of second part of the game where you're running around kind of almost like a Metroidvania environment, and it kind of switches graphics from like a 8-bit version to a 16-bit version, and your character changes and stuff like that, and you get different abilities. It's an interesting game, and I have already played through, I don't know, like 4 levels of the standard 8-bit thing. I haven't unlocked the big, you know, secret, I guess, that's in the tutorial. Not the tutorial, in the trailer. But yeah, it controls really well, which is what you want for these types of games. Fun action, you unlock different small abilities at the beginning to get your character doing new things like the cloud jump and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't think it holds a candle to Sea of Stars, but I'm having fun with it. Okay, next up is a game that Kathy's been playing a lot of. It's Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's Animal Crossing. Kathy says she doesn't think so. It is a Hello Kitty cozy game where you are on an island, but it's all Hello Kitty. Okay, she says it's not Animal Crossing, basically. It's similar, but way different. But I haven't played it. I don't really like Animal Crossing. I don't really like Hello Kitty either. So this is for Kathy alone. Okay, next up is a game that I got for my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. And yay. Well, tomorrow as I'm recording this. Probably when you watch this, it'll probably be yesterday for my birthday. Anyway, it is Coreke Keeper. It's a cool game that I played originally on Steam. It's kind of like a top-down Minecraft sort of, but you're already underground and you're digging and getting resources and stuff like that. Feed them to this big thing, if I remember correctly, and get your workshop bench and your food and stuff like that, so you can get deeper into the mines, fighting little enemies and stuff like that, and getting armor. I checked my Steam save just a few days ago, and I was running around in this ugly-looking copper helmet, but I thought it was a fun time. It was like $5 on Steam, and they put out a physical version. I was like, hey, let me just add that to the wish list on Amazon, see what happens. So my family picked it up for me, so that's cool. I'm eager to try it again because my memory of Coreke Keeper is just kind of images. I don't remember a lot of what happened. Actually, when I played my save the other day, I remember the exact route to get back to my main camp, which was bizarre. I was like, oh yeah, I know, I could do this, down, left, right, like, because I just put this big spider web of mines to go through originally, but eager to give it a shot again, so I can, like, I don't know, remember what was happening, for lack of a better word. That's Coreke Keeper. Okay, next up we got a game that Kathy picked out. It is Logic Paint. Hatsune Miku Logic Paint S. Hey, you like Picross? Then you like Hatsune Miku Logic Paint because it's just Picross. If you don't know what Picross is, it is a logic puzzle, not super unlike a Sudoku. Like you have a grid, and depending on how hard the puzzle is, the grid can be bigger or smaller. And instead of numbers being on the inside of the grid, they're on the outside of the grid, and they indicate which spots you should fill in. Picross, instead of like you just get this massive, unlike Sudoku where you get this massive numbers that, you know, whatever, in Picross you make an image, and they're often fun little images. I played some Picross. There's some Picross games on NSO. There's the Game Boy version and the Super Famicom version that Nintendo made. But I think my favorite version of Picross is Picross 3D on the 3DS. It's an awesome time because you got a cube and you're doing that and you're making little ducks and, I don't know, a chair. It sounds boring, but it's awesome, yeah. But Kathy's been playing a lot of this. This took up a good chunk of her time when she first picked it up. And now she knows who Hatsune Miku is, and she didn't before. Okay, next up is a Kathy pickup that she just bought on a whim at Limited Run, didn't really know what it was. This Black Book. Now this game is a RPG, card-based RPG, it's what it says. It says a fusion of card-based RPGs and adventure games. Black Book is a haunting tale of a young sorceress who gave her life to serve the dark forces. So yeah, it's I got the trailer up here somewhere, and it's got that dark, spooky art, very kind of indie-rific, I would say, like just very simple polygonal characters and, you know, kind of darkish art. I don't know. She hasn't played it yet, at least into any like deepness. She started it but didn't get deep into it. Started it and didn't get it deep into it, but like I said, she'll I'm sure she'll get to it eventually. Black Book. Hey. Okay, next up, it's a game that Kathy picked up from Game Giant there in Wilmington, North Carolina when we were there, and I did not include it in the video because I just wanted to have it in the Switch video. Is SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. It is an SNK fighting game with all the ladies from SNK. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them. And she's been on a fighting game kick here lately. Not sure why, but she is. And we picked this game up, and we were there in Wilmington with Kathy's sister and her brother-in-law and her niece, Sailor Nuggy, and their brand new baby. And we bought our Switch, and I bought an HDMI cable and stuff so we can play games on the TV. And we played this game. I didn't realize how horny this game would be. I knew it might be a little bit because it's SNK and, you know, Mai and all the other stuff that they've done in the past. We didn't change anything. And half the ladies were just in bikinis to start off with. They weren't even like in their regular clothes. I'm like, what is going on? So, like I said, I was expecting a little bit of horniness because it's SNK. I was not expecting it on this level at all. What did you think about it?
It was pretty scandalous.
It's scandalous. Yes, it was. And I was like, man, her family probably thinks we bought like a hentai game or something. Who knows? Who knows what they thought about it? I don't know. It was wild. But I don't know. I didn't play any of it. SNK games are fine for me. Like I like what do I like? I think I like King of Fighters 2002 and 2003. I had those on the PS2 and I played a lot of those. I like Terry Bogard. He's not in this game. There is a Terry Bogard, like a female version of Terry Bogard. Maybe I'll play it and play as her because I do like Terry Bogard. But yeah, what do you think of the fighting?
It was okay.
It was okay. It was okay. It's okay, and people are half naked. So. Okay, next up is, again, that I picked up, and it's one of two goofs that we both did this past couple months buying Switch games online. And mine's the first goof. I picked up Mario Golf Super Rush, and I bought it, and I was like, man, this eBay seller has it for really cheap. Let me pick it up. Picture on the eBay seller was the cart and the case and everything, but what I got, just the cart, which that is not sitting well with me. So I had to go back on eBay and buy a case. So that basically that price just equaled the price of the game itself. I should have bought the game somewhere else. But yeah, I do like the Mario sports games. I did like Mario Tennis. We talked about it in the Switch collection video. I wish there was a little bit more to it in the single player. This one, I was always intrigued by watching the Super Rush mode, where you play golf with other people and you all go at the same time, and you can run to your ball after you hit it, and you can do like different, Mario Kart style special attacks to get people out of your way, slow them down, stuff like that. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not good at golf games. I played a couple of rounds of this and started this the single player, and I'm still not good at golf games, but I do like the way it looks. I don't know, something about a Mario Golf game. I have the GameCube version too, and the N64 version. Something about it just seems calming, and I was like, I want to live in that world, and having an HD version of it, sure, I'll go for that. Okay, next up is a Kathy pickup because she wants every single Atelier game ever made. It's Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream. They all have these weird subtitles that are like 10 words long and they don't make any sense. But yeah, it's an Atelier game. It's supposed to be really good, is what she says. One of the best, she says. It's a turn-based RPG with a lot of crafting, a lot of making potions and stuff like that. I'm assuming you're an alchemist. Bombs. Hey. Yeah, I played a smidge of Atelier Ryza, and I was like, man, I thought this was going to be an action RPG, and I turned it off. So that's on me. But yeah, she's got a ton of Atelier games to play now, so, you know, better get on it. Okay, next up is Kathy Blunder for the past couple months, and you're going to be able to tell exactly what the problem is once you see this case. It is moving out, and it's the digital version. It is the one that just comes with the code that you download. I'm not going to show the code. Well, you already...
Basically what they're going to do is switch 2 games, but they're going to be a card.
Yeah. She bought this online, not really looking at it, and yeah, we just got a code. I'm assuming she's going to try to get a cart for it, or not, I don't know. But yeah, there's nothing in here, it's just a piece of paper. Great. I did make this mistake once on eBay for a game called Egalos. I bought the Switch version on eBay, and I was like, man, that's a good deal. And bought it, rechecked it like 45 minutes later, and realized it was one of these. And I said, I told the guy, I was like, I had to cancel this. I don't want a digital version. And he was kind enough to cancel it for me. And I ended up getting a PS4 version for even cheaper than the digital version on the Switch. But yeah, it happens to the best of us. We all make mistakes. And yeah, now we have a piece of paper for moving out. Okay, next up we got another Kathy pickup, which I'm gonna say is a blunder as well, because I don't think these games are getting a lot of good buzz for the past couple of decades. It's Harvest Moon, The Winds of Anthos. She's just shrugged. She's like, whatever. I guess this is the new one. How new is this? It's a copyright year. 2023 is what it says. So a couple years old now. Yeah, I think I have picked up some Harvest Moon games on the Switch, but they were like $5 at Walmart. I was like, yeah, I'll try that for $5. Buy anything for $5, but yeah, I don't know. I think the people who love these games are more on the Story of Seasons side, because that's like the original creators and stuff. They just don't have the Harvest Moon name anymore. But yeah, so farming sim, for those of y'all who don't know, it is the original farming sim. Basically, Harvest Moon back on the Super Nintendo kind of started this whole thing. It was a big inspiration for Stardew Valley, which blew up. And now there's that's the reason why every single Nintendo Direct you watch nowadays has like 2 farming sims in it. It's because of Stardew Valley and ultimately Harvest Moon. Okay, last game, I swear. It is a limited run pickup, but I didn't get it from limited run because it's an old limited run game. It's Cosmic Star Heroine. It is the 20th release according to the back of this limited run box. So it came out a while ago, and I played Cosmic Star Heroine originally on the PS4, bought it digitally, had a good time with it, got about halfway through. I was streaming it for a while on our old YouTube channel, like through the PS4, so it looks like shit. But it is a Zeboyd Games game. If y'all don't know Zeboyd Games, they made like Cthulhu Saves Christmas and Cthulhu Saves the World and Breath of Death 7, and they made that This Way Madness Lies, which is like that weird Sailor Moon crossed with Shakespeare RPG. This is their take on a serious RPG, like a serious like Super Nintendo style RPG with a serious story. And for the most part, I think it works out really well. And I always wanted Kathy to play it. I actually picked it up digitally on the Switch several years ago for like 99 cents. And I was like, well, I think it'd be fun to have a physical version. And It is an old limited run game, but it wasn't that expensive. I think it was only like $50 to pick it up. And I was like, well, I saw it at Hidden Block Games, and I had already been looking at it on eBay and stuff like that, just checking out prices. And I was like, well, that's cheaper than what I've seen it on eBay. And I'd already been looking it up. It was here, cheaper. Fate's kind of aligning there, and it was around Kathy's birthday, so I was like, well, I should buy this and be like an early birthday present for Kathy because I want her to play it. So she's now obligated to play it. She's gonna stop everything and play right now. Okay, that's a lot of games. I'm going hoarse. Been talking too much about Switch games, but I can talk all day about Switch games. But yeah, that's a lot of games. We'll be able to keep up that type of input to the collection over the next coming months, coming years. It's up in the air. I'm pretty sure we'll be picking up Switch games, but who knows how many and at what pace. But yes, that's been the last question mark Switch game haul, Switch game pickups video ever. Probably not. Anyway, please like and subscribe, all of that fun stuff. I've been Andy from the Pixel Pub. Peace out.